if you sometimes feel drained of strength and energy or fatigued often to the point of exhaustion, I understand you. I felt the same way before I had to incorporate these 5 hacks that I'm going to talk about today to improve my sleep and overall health. The first one, sleep enough. Wow, this was mind-blowing, right? You've got to sleep more if you don't want to feel tired. Let me explain. Your body has this process of accumulating the sleep-inducing substances in your brain during your wakefulness. You probably heard about it. You've got this neuromodulator in your brain that accumulates during your wakefulness and releases during your sleep. An average healthy adult needs to sleep 7-8 hours a day in order to release this adenosine. If you do not release this sleep-inducing substance adenosine in your brain during your sleep, it is staying in your brain and signals to you that you want to go to bed, you want to sleep, you want to rest and relax. And if you are chronically sleep deprived, meaning that every single day you have less than 7 hours of sleep, your adenosine keeps accumulating and accumulating and accumulating, making you tired all the time. And what you actually need to do is just sleep more. I know a lot of people do not want to hear that. And I understand that because sleeping is boring. You don't get to be productive, you don't get to hustle. Sad, right? But it is the most important thing that's necessary for you to finally not feel tired and be energetic. The next thing is alcohol. So a while ago, I didn't pay much attention to alcohol and especially to its consumption before going to bed. But when I found out that it affects a lot and it disrupts your sleep and it can reduce your REM sleep to 0, which is an important stage for your mental health, I realized that I do not want to disrupt my sleep so much that it affects my well-being. So I stopped drinking alcohol later in the evening. Well, not all the time, of course, but I try to be successful in it at least 80% of the time, and I think it's enough and it's already good for you, for your sleep, to reduce alcohol consumption. Studies show that alcohol either stimulates your brain or inhibits a lot of its activity. So depending on circumstances, it may have different effects on your brain. And when its blood concentration only rises, this is the moment when it has a stimulating effect on your body and on your mind. So if you just drank even a little bit, but it was right before going to bed, you may find out that you have longer sleep latency, meaning that you need more time to fall asleep actually. So if you want to consume alcohol, you better become an alcoholic and drink it right after noon, maybe. This is what I started to do. Please do not judge. It's better not consume alcohol after 6 p.m. Number 3 has helped me a lot in not being tired. It is not working, not studying, not being actively processing things with my brain before going to bed. And you know what? It's not even about the blue light right now. If you are doing something really active with your brain right before going to bed, your brain will be still activated, will be still thinking about stuff, processing information it has just consumed. So it will be just wired to thinking, which you don't really want when you want to go to bed. And you may also find the correlation between you consuming information through the phone or other electronic devices and not being able to fall asleep easily. For me, now it is the rule that I do not work and I do not study and I do not consume even the entertainment content before going to bed, at least 1 hour. Number 4 is do not drink coffee after 3 p.m. You remember about that adenosine that I was talking about? Well, caffeine blocks the receptors of adenosine, so your body, your mind does not really understand that you are tired if the molecules of caffeine is still in those receptors that were supposed to be filled with adenosine. And what happens is that if you drink coffee later in the evening or maybe later in the day, it's still not dissolved in your body. The half-release of caffeine is from 5 to 7 hours. So can you imagine that only the half of the caffeine will be released from your body after 5 hours after drinking it? Of course, everybody has different levers and processes, and sometimes people can drink a lot of coffee and fall asleep easily. And this may change throughout the life, but the common rule is that caffeine does not help you sleep. So you better avoid it after 3 p.m. because you can get stuck in this vicious cycle when you drink coffee in the evening, then you cannot sleep, then you wake up tired, in need of coffee, then you drink coffee again, and then again later in the evening because you feel tired finally, and then you cannot sleep because you've got too much caffeine, and then you again become tired in the morning. So this is just the loop that nobody wants to stay in, and I really suggest you start it not to drink coffee after 3 p.m. And number 5 is the easiest. It's actually just preparing for sleep. I think we sometimes treat sleep like something that has naturally happened to us, no matter how we act. Our body is smart, of course, but not that smart, and we need some time to prepare for sleep, to wind down, to calm our central nervous system, to prepare ourselves for deep and restful sleep. So I think it is very important to not just, stop working, lay down and expect the sleep to suddenly come to you. It would be great if it happened, but sometimes you just need time to prepare your body and to not surprise it with how fast you want to fall asleep right now. The best preparation could be different things, actually. You may dim your light, you may drink herbal tea, you may do the things that I mentioned above. If you enjoyed this video, I will appreciate if you hit the like button. This is what dim lights are doing. See you in the next video. Goodbye.